Welcome to DunnZWorld. I'm Dunn. If you're new here, we'll give you an air hug, give you an air kiss, tell you welcome, you'll love it here. And if you're returning, welcome back, fam. So, I'm sure you guys are wondering about the title of this video. What is she going to be talking about now? So today, I'm going to dive in deep into some things dealing with contracting as far as is it good or is it bad to even go. So I'm gonna dive into some key things that a lot of people trip over, have a hard time with, and we're just gonna scrub the basics just a little bit. But I just wanted to touch on it just to let you guys know some things to look out for when you're going overseas and working abroad, because little do you guys know, it is not that easy. It's easier said than done. Yes, you will make money. Yes, you get to travel. Yes, you get to work in a completely different country, but there are some obstacles, in which in life, when it comes to being successful, there's always obstacles. So let's dive right on into this. First things first, a lot of people ask, which I've been asked this question, is contracting even good? Is it bad? You know, like, what are some things to that would make someone want to leave, like that would make someone have a hard time adjusting? So family and friends. You have a lot of people that take on these contracting jobs and they don't do too well being away from family and friends, or let alone just family. Families get broken, families get split apart, in which if you've ever served in the military and have been deployed, I'm sure you are very familiar with what that is like. It's not fun, it's not a good look, but yes, that is one thing that a lot of people battle with, is being away from their family, their kids, their wives, their husbands, their brothers, sisters, moms, dads. A lot of people battle with that. I mean, you do have a large amount of people that it does not faze them at all, but then there's some that it's like, it really messes with them. So that's number one. Number two, in which I touched on this in one of my previous videos, because hey, listen, I get it. You make a lot of, you're making some ends now. You're making some money when you're working overseas. But one of the biggest things that people fail to realize is you have to know how to budget and manage your money, because if not, it's gonna be gone before it even hits your hands, before it even hits your bank account, it's gonna be gone, right? So people, they go overseas and they're contracting, and you know, the first year, most people, they pay off bills. No, not all though. That first year, you have a lot of people that go overseas and they're completely splurging. I mean, splurging. Shoes, clothes, designer stuff, cars, taking all types of trips. You know what I'm saying? Just doing the absolute most. And then before you look up, you literally have no money. So you have to constantly work and work and work, paycheck to paycheck, basically. I mean, for me, the object of contracting overseas is not for it to be like a forever thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's more so to get you back onto a track, or back onto a platform where you want to be, that will put you closer to your goals, your financial goals, or you know, whatever goals you may have, but not to make it like a permanent forever thing. But a lot of people, they get sucked into it being like a permanent forever thing because they do not know how to manage their money. They do not know how to budget their money. I even touched on this too in one of my previous videos. You have people that they don't live in company housing, and you know, that's all by choice. So not living in company housing, you know, you have people, they like the finer things, but sometimes the finer things is a little bit too expensive. So now you're paying a rent, right, in which that could range anywhere from, I don't know, $2,500 to $3,000, and location wise and area wise and distance to wherever you're working at, it could play a major factor in that too. Then you got to furnish it. So now you got to buy furniture, and you know, and once again, depending on how far you are or how close you are to where you're working at, now you got to get a car if the company does not supply you with a car. So everything has a fee, and it all starts to add up. I get it. Once again, completely, I get it, because who wants to have a roommate? We're all grown here. Who in the hell once. So I completely get it, you know. You're paying for peace of mind. You're paying for a peace of mind with space away from the people that you gotta see every day and be around every day and work with every day. So I get it, having your own apartment and just having your own that you can go to, and literally you do not have to see none of the people that you work with until the next day. I get it, but sometimes you gotta think about that. Like, is it worth really losing all that money? Because the whole object of going overseas is to make money, not lose it, not make it and then lose it. You understand what I'm saying? People lose track of that. So something that I do know a lot of people do though, and which those was two cons right there. Those were two things that a lot of people struggle with, battle with, have an issue with getting adjusted with. Now I'm gonna give you two good things that you can focus on, that is better, that is good, and that can actually bring you some money in the future instead of you kicking more out. So, boom. A lot of people go to school. And people's free time, they go to school. Now, depending on what your job title is, in which I brought this up in one of my previous videos, you are allotted time. You do have some free time throughout your days and your free time. So you can go to school. You can sign up for school, study, whatever. It could be an American school, online school, or it can be a school that's in whatever country you're contracting in. Go to school. I ain't going to school, but I always encourage it because I know there's other people out there that do have the bandwidth to sit there and go through school and get a degree and all that good stuff, and whatever occupation that you are currently in. So I encourage it because it keeps people out of trouble, safe, and you also putting yourself a lot more closer to your goals, whatever that may be. So going to school, and a lot of people in which I've came in contact with so many people, and I'm so thankful for that because I did a lot of networking. Granted, I'm not physically overseas right now, but I definitely have networked a lot to where, you know, I've set myself up in a good position. So a lot of people invest in properties. I know a lot of people that have investment properties in Thailand, and what's the other country? Thailand and the Philippines. Okay, because there's different real estate agents in those two countries right there that look for Americans to invest in those properties. And so those are two countries that a lot of people tend to vacation to. So it's honestly a very good play. So those people that actually know how to budget and manage their money, they take some of that, a portion of that, and they turn around and they put it into a property in another country, a more sought out country that a lot of people visit. So that is a very smart move. I know people that do the same thing back in the States. They have properties back in the States that they rent out, or that they flip, or that they're investing in, or, you know, even trucking business. A lot of people are, you know, I'm so thankful for that. You know, like I've just came across a lot of people that just know how to manage their money and what to do with it. Investing in trucking companies, investing in stocks. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just so much you can do with it, but you just got to know what to do with it and when to do it. So those are two key things right there that, you know, just keep on your radar when you're overseas contracted, because listen, it is way too easy to lose track of the goal. It's way too easy. I'm telling you, it's way too easy. I mean, you're working anywhere from 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day. So best believe, I mean, you're gonna be tired. Money, I mean, eating out all the time, that's gonna add up. It's gonna add up, trust and believe. Especially when you're there for months on end, okay? And let's not talk on transportation. I mean, if you don't have a vehicle, you have to pay for transportation. You gotta pay a taxi. So it starts to add up. So I'm telling you, do not lose track of the goal. So those are two things right there that are positive things, right? Good things to keep on your radar. you have, in which this kind of goes intact with mismanaging money, because you have people that live way out of their means. You know, they got a $1,500 rent or $2,500 rent, $1,500 car note or car rent, because you can rent cars, and they're only bringing in like $2,000 every other paycheck or $2,000 every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're barely making it. Cause that's 25, what I said, 25, 15. So that's about $4,000. So if you're bringing in 2 every week, you're literally making just enough. Gas, food, leisure, anything else out the window. So you have to keep in mind, man, that is one of people's biggest triumphs, is mismanaging money. Like, that money, it's kind of like, I don't even honestly know what to compare it to, because it's so easy to get, but so easy for it to slip right out of your fingers. So I just want to really like hone in on that, because people don't realize it till they physically get there, and they're like, geez, man, like, this stuff is expensive. Yeah, it is. It really is. So just wanted to hit that. And honestly, I think I hit all my key points that I wanted to touch on, as far as is contracting bad? What are the obstacles? Yeah, guys, I really want you all to be successful when it comes to contracting and working overseas. And any questions you may have, feel free to ask me. I am an open book when it comes to this process. But just, hey man, just keep in mind, when you set out to accomplish a goal and you know what you want to do, just make sure you see it through, and don't let anything in between that and after that distract you, because there's plenty of distractions. But it's up to you to have that individual and personal discipline to keep pushing through everything so that you can reach your goals. And that's with anything in life: jobs, marriages, friends, relationships, school, like whatever. Just do not lose focus. My last video, I touched on being persistent and being patient. This video, I want to hone in on staying focused. Do not forget the goal. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that notification bell. That way you stay in the loop whenever I post a video. And until next time, fam, peace.